What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Lloyd G, and we are back. Hey, listen, we have a very special guest here today, you know what I'm saying? And before we get into the technicalities and the royalties and all that, you know what I'm saying, I want y'all to first make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you get all of the latest and greatest. All right, so listen, man, we're going to jump straight into it. We are here with somebody that's very special. And somebody that has actually started occupying a different space, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that in just a brief moment. You know what I'm saying? I want to go ahead and introduce the homie Bad Newz, and I want to welcome you back.
For sure, man. Niggas already. It's a pleasure.
For sure, man. Definitely glad to have you, man.
Yeah, glad to be here, bro.
So now, one of the first things that we ask all of our guests, you know, is we'll go back to our childhood, you know what I'm saying? It's on the weekend, we're cleaning up, you know, mom's, pops, grandmother, you know what I'm saying, grandfather, whoever it may be. Get up, it's time to clean up, wash some dishes, take that trash out, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Now, when all of that is going on, what's being played in the home, man? What type of music is on the record player, on the radio, CDs, what's happening?
Probably some R. Kelly back in the days.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, my parents was heavy on R. Kelly. Yeah, kept that piper going.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure. So when you say R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Now that's definitely somebody who was a legend, you know, and he dealt out nothing but classics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does the R&B, did that play any role with yourself as far as growing up, who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like the type of mentality you had, or what would you think?
Right now, as a man, yeah, I would say it probably did. But I mean, back in the days, I probably ignored it, just thinking it was all gangster music. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, like I said, R. Kelly, the Ushers, the Jodeci's, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas singing shit, Chris Brown, but those is men. And they letting out their real feelings. Like we don't wake up every day wanting to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it, dog.
So yeah, sometimes you gotta just wake up and be yourself, my nigga. Go with the flow. Stop trying to paint this image for other people. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree, man. Like it's so when you not in the club, when you not on the block, you know what I'm saying, everything else that people try to wear, you know what I'm saying? Who are you as a person? You know what I'm saying? And so with that answer, I definitely appreciate you sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now you also mentioned the gangster music too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Did you listen to that? Did that play a part in growing up at all?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's played a big part of it. I mean, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
sure. How so?
Getting in trouble, nigga. Shouts out to 50 Cent.
Okay.
Man, get rich or die trying. Nigga had niggas on that. Niggas just trying to get rich and was going to die trying out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was really a statement made back in the early 2000s. You know what I mean?
And now with that said, so we enter into North Carolina territory.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what it was like growing up, your day to day in North Carolina.
Oh, it was weird, bro. You know, I moved from New York, St. Nick from Harlem. I moved in 1999, so I moved to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Being 19 years old, and a whole new environment down in the country. It just was it was something for me to adjust to, you know what I'm saying? But I always think back how fast I adjusted, how fast people migrated to me, you know, just who I was in the neighborhood. I left one projects in New York with a population of, 2,000-3,000 people in the projects type shit. To go to a projects in Rocky Mount to 150, 200 people in the projects now.
So would you say that was a culture shock?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And it always taught me that I know I can adapt in any room, any weather, any situation. I always know I can, weather the storm and be who I need to be, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. So now, as we kind of move forward a bit, you know, you told us coming in from New York to North Carolina. So now, where does rap find you? Hip hop find you? Where does battle rap specifically find you?
Like I said, I watched a lot of Big Tigger in the Basement. A lot of 106 Apart, Freestyle Fridays. Excuse me. Every Friday after school, man, I couldn't wait to get up the bus, or whether it was a bus or I was walking home or whatever. I can't wait to get home, you know what I'm saying? I was rushing. 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm running to the crib, you know what I mean? Make sure I catch that Freestyle Friday. So at that time, that's when Cassidy was doing the shit. He was battling himself, you know what I mean? The Hustler versus, was the problem back then. So, you know, it was just a lot of battle rap going on, bro. So 50 Cent had destroyed Ja Rule's whole career.
Man, you taking me back now.
So, you know what I'm saying? This one, 50 was going there. Everybody, even though it was in a music format, it's still battle rap. You gotta think, Piggy Bank, he dissed all them niggas on Piggy Bank. He came in on How to Rob the Culture. You know what I'm saying? How to rob, everything. Oh, just so much. All that shit is battle shit, though. You know what I'm saying? That's dissing niggas. That's, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you know what? I definitely appreciate how you give that credit. You know what I'm saying? If it's on wax or what have you, you know what I'm saying? You still giving the battle aspect its rightful credit.
It's going to war, you know, for sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So now, in your battle against JC, you say, I started battling in juvenile facilities. That was not fair. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So now, is that a true statement? Like, tell me about that.
Yeah, most definitely a true statement. You know, it's just 16, I started battle rapping for real. Like I said, you know, Freestyle Fridays, the Cassidy's, you know, the 50 Cents, everybody. When I got locked up, I caught my first bid and shit. I was in there bored. Times I ain't had no money on the phone, couldn't call home. You know what I'm saying? I also just had my first daughter and shit at 15. So you know what I'm saying?
So is this the 15 age time frame?
I got locked up at 16. I had my first daughter at 15.
Gotcha.
So I'm in locked up. I got a daughter that's 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? I had a football scholarship to ECU. I was a quarterback. Wow. I was like the nicest nigga from my city. So catching them charges, getting locked up, they niggas terminated my whole scholarship and everything. So you know what I'm saying? I was dealing with a lot. So I just took shit and started writing raps while I was in there. Yeah. And then there's niggas around me saying this shit was hard and this shit was fire. So that's just was that. By the time I came home, I went in and I was 16. October, I got out August, so that was 17 next year. So I was 17 when I went home. I had like 100 or maybe 200 sheets of 16s. I had like 216s in my notebook. Yeah. I had like 216 verses, like 16 ball verses. Yeah. At 17 years old, I had just say my name and I got a verse for you that you never heard.
So at that particular age, you had already started taking it serious.
Yeah, I was taking it dead serious.
And so once you got out of the facility, was the battle mindset still where you was at, or where were you at as far as hip hop was concerned?
When I got out and shit, I went to the crib. You know, all my niggas really seen what I was doing. Like, yo, nah, nigga, you play sports, you rapping for real like this now. So even the older niggas is hearing the songs and shit I was making because I was giving a lot of flowers and credits and contributions to my hood. Niggas that was locked up, niggas that was gone. So me being the age I was and the things I was doing, coming home off of bed, you know, niggas ain't had no choice but to respect me and know it was real. So, you know what I'm saying? It took niggas a little long time to process and digest that little Antoine was changing. I was turning into something else, you know what I'm saying? So I came to the crib and getting all the props and the flowers and the battle rap shit, but I started going to the studio. Okay. I started going to the booth, and so happily, the nigga that had the studio, my man C-Dub in Rocky Mount, he the founder of RBC Battle League. Okay. Without C-Dub, without RBC, there's no Bad News, there's no T-Top, there's no Briz, there's no Riggs, there's none of us. C-Dub started RBC when I was 19. I was 19, he was like, yo, I got this battle rap shit I'm about to start. And you come to the studio all the time, bro. Your songs is fire. I fuck with you. But you need to battle, nigga. I'm like, nigga. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but my first response was, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm making this music, nigga. Yeah. I ain't doing no battle rapping, nigga. I'm about to be an artist, nigga. He like, nah, nigga, that's cool, but listen, Newz, trust me. I'm gonna start a league. I need you to be in it. Yeah. That nigga started the league, bro. I ain't never looked back.
Okay.
Been there ever since.
You know what? That's powerful, and I definitely want to take the time to tell you I appreciate the realism. You know what I'm saying, in which you speak. You know what I mean? Coming from the juvenile facilities, coming back to the house. You know what I'm saying, and saying, look, this is what we doing. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the booth and getting to it. But then your man saying, nah, man, I need you over here. So do you think that was the appropriate path for you at that particular time.
Yeah, bro. For sure. And I didn't know it would turn out. It had this type of outcome. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought like I was still gonna get a deal. You know, as battle rappers, we still like Vixen was saying she didn't do music. It's like she ain't arguing over Pac and Big and that. Like, well, you know, we from that era. I do music. I'm arguing over that type of shit. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just always felt like I still was gonna get a deal. I still was gonna make it this way, make it that way. That's why I still do my music now, because it's still always a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So battle rap just stuck on me. And then when my first battle ever, C-Dub, the nigga never ever made me. It was other niggas that he started to lead with. Niggas did it for free. My first time ever spitting a bar, my first 3-round battle, he gave me $250. So I knew I had worth my first time ever doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to the studio, paying him $40 an hour at the time for 3 hours of work.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him $120. My first event, battle rap, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 6 minutes of my time, he gave me $250.
So you can see the money in there.
That's a big difference.
Yeah,
I'm paying him for 3 hours. He made $250 in 6 minutes. Like, I'm like, yo, all right. And then on top of that, I fuck these niggas. I'm fucking these niggas up.
What
I'm
Ho
fucking
say?
these niggas up.
I can divide. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fucking these niggas up early, so I'm like, you know what? Next battle, we like, yeah, I can do a little something. $350. So start jumping. You know what I mean? Then, you know, start getting a little stop.
Yeah.
So, you know, then when we was at North Carolina, I already was just one of them guys. Like I said, me, Top, Briz, Rig, you know, just a few of us that was really stood out. Getting on the road to spit that heat just made things, get more serious.
So I want to transition a bit too, because like I mentioned, you come in an interesting space. You know what I mean? When I was several years ago, I was saying to myself, like what's next, man? Like, we got our heroes, Mook, Lux, they battling forever. You know what I'm saying? Is that the end game? 20 years, 30 years, you just battle. You know what I'm saying? And I prefaced that question with this right here. Now you come into the reality space. You know what I'm saying? The rap game, Bags and Bodies. Is that the new space? Do you think that's next for battle rap? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like taking battle rap to television is always the next level. It's more eyes, it's more, you know what I'm saying, more opportunities. But like, if you go back to what you said, the Mooks, the Luxes, they like these guys that's 15, 20 years in and just keep on having you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the culture's fault. I feel like it's the fans and the culture. They just don't want to let certain things go. They don't want to let things be what it is. They don't want to accept new things, you know what I'm saying? But in basketball, shit, with Kobe gone, you gotta accept it. Jordan gone, you gotta accept the next nigga that's up. You gotta accept what's coming next generation.
Yeah.
The Ja Morant's is here now, the Ant-Man's is here now, LeBron about to walk out. We had 20 years of greatness.
That's a fact.
20 years of greatness, niggas is walking out. So you gotta look at something like I just told you. All right, I'm gonna tell you how I tell my niggas and how I look at life and how I look at battle rap. You might think I'm crazy. My right-handed guard, this is how I feel. And it's probably why I act the way I act, probably how I carry things the way I carry things. You gotta think, it's RBE, right? It's Smack URL. It's Chrome now. It's a bunch of leads. I'm from Bullpen.
Yeah.
Now, if these right here is fucking planets, if that's Mars, that's Saturn, that's Uranus, and I'm from Earth, I don't know. Vixen is the best girl over here. I don't know this motherfucker. I don't know. All I know is over here in Bullpen on Earth, Bad Newz is the best nigga in this world. That's all I know. So I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's how I always carried it. Okay. I never cared about the rocks and the surfs and the mook and them. I never cared about what was going on, who was the top niggas in RBE, because the planet I'm from, I'm the #1 guy. Y'all gotta come fuck with me.
Fact,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I always carried it, bro. That's just how I look at things. Like, so they be like, why you so cocky? Why you so arrogant? Nigga, because I'm saving lives over here in Earth and y'all ain't from here.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm the superhero from this planet. So this is why I carry it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can't nobody tell me nothing different. You know what I'm saying? I autograph little kids shit. I got battle rap cards. I got posters that fans send me, just painting me. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
You're not telling me who I'm not. You know what I'm saying? There's mad battle rappers that have experienced things that I'm on. Like, I've been on 3 reality TV, 4 times, like reality TV through battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Powerful.
yeah, my nigga became #1 nigga in the league.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things that you ain't telling me that you can name these great niggas, but at some point in time, it's like, where am I? Where is my run gonna equal up to?
Yeah.
What about everything I've done, I accomplished? And not to even mention the realness outside of the ring, the stories and the things bro, my attitude and my aggression is just, it's authentic. This is really me. So when I'm in the ring and I'm just presenting how I'm presenting, I ain't trying to act tough, nigga. This ain't no fucking act, nigga. This is me. So it's like, these niggas can't give you I ain't saying everybody. A lot of niggas can't give you nothing outside of battle rap. They can give you these stories in the ring and make it sound good. These 4-bar setups, 8-bar setups. Nah, nigga, cut them cameras off. Fuck all that rhyme and shit. Let's talk about your life and what you from, your foundation. What made you this way?
Yeah.
Why are you even like this? What have you really been through? What molded you? Niggas ain't never came from nothing. Niggas never been through nothing. Niggas have died and be locked up in a lot of situations that I'm fortunate to be out of.
So what I'm hearing is that you have a lot of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That experience.
The best teacher in the world.
Wisdom that you can share and give to others. And I think that also translates into the entertainment space though. You know what I'm saying? Because now no matter what it is, it has to be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to hold my attention. You know what I'm saying? And it just has to be something new and unique, you know what I'm saying, in a different space.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see, you know, that whole reality series space and where that ends up, especially for our elder gods, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to have, I don't want to see them on their last leg, you know what I'm saying? MJ on the Wizards. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what they say, you go out like a hero, you die being the villain.
You already
stay
know
around
the
long enough
quote.
to be the villain.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have said it better. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely interesting space. And for you to be the one to kind of spearhead that, you know what I'm saying? We're bringing Jermaine Dupri to this space. You know what I'm saying? Having Hitman that transfer from battle rap to a whole nother space. You know what I'm saying? Now that also opens minds for other battle rappers to say, you know what, I can do this. I seen we starting to have podcasts and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to give you your credit, you know what I'm saying, on that particular space and avenue, you know what I'm saying, for trailblazing that, G.
Nah, for sure. I'm the first nigga that Jermaine Dupri put on the TV show. I'm the first nigga Hitman Holla called for Baz and Body. I'm his first castmate, his first pick to start his vision.
Yeah.
First nigga.
So we look at individuals like Bill Collector. You know what I'm saying? Fonz. JC. I mean, those are some names, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Some heavy hitters. You know, like the average individual can't just walk up and get on that stage like that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? When I heard that the JC and the Newz, you know what I'm saying, matchup was coming, I'm like, yo, that's going to be a pressure. You know what I'm saying? Pressure battle right there. So what goes into preparation for an MC of JC caliber?
This is where I got to untrick myself because, like I said, I started young. He all aggression. It's because I was really writing what I was living. I was coming to the ring, giving niggas my life when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? So I was ignoring the fact that back then, JC would have 3-0'd me easy because I would have walked in there like, nigga, I'm a street nigga. You know, he's a bitch. We don't hear nothing he talking about. He ain't living that. That's how I used to approach these battles. Not even realizing these niggas is aliens and mad creative. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't walk into battles like that no more. I walk in like it's a sport. I'm creative. I respect everybody equally. And I'm coming to sharpen my skills and my craft and take this shit serious, bro, at my level and try to get better. You know what I'm saying? I used to be mad naive to niggas' skill sets off of street shit. I had to stop looking at this sport like that. That's what made me better. So when I started doing that, you know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, bro, it's
untricked it.
For sure. And then just when people tell me something that I can't do or how things gonna turn out, that do something for me. I take threats a different type of way, a real special way.
But you know what? I definitely want to take this time right here to let everybody know again, we have the biggest rap card, battle card that Alabama has ever seen.
It's
You know
fire.
what I'm saying? And Huntsville has ever seen. And
yeah, nigga, you got Bad News here. Vixen here hosting, of course.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Playing we outside.
You know what I'm saying? So again, I want to take the time to express my appreciation.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? For you hopping down.
Boomerang effect right back at you.
You understand? And being a part of that and helping us to usher that in. You know what I mean? Because there's only one way to do it, and that's the right way.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And, D-Rod has definitely invested a lot into this. You know what I'm saying? And so to see legends like yourselves come through here, it truly means a lot.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So tonight's going to go crazy, bro.
I hope y'all ready.
For sure.
For
sure. And real quick, bro, you know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, I got to ask you, bro.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? So as far as your planet is concerned, how everything aligns, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, who is next to come over the bullpen and battle the God? Or do you see yourself traveling to another league and battling? Who's next, bro?
It's a few niggas, man. I got Av coming up next. I got Jay Moore next. I got Riggs next. That's all. Next weekend is Jay Moore. Weekend after that is Av. Weekend after that is Riggs. Yeah. Today is Baby James. It's 4 weeks back to back. I'm gonna go 4-0.
4-0. Y'all heard it first. Starting with Baby James.
Finishing the night with him.
Scraping plates over here. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? You heard it from the God over here. You know what I'm saying? So, Newz, again, thank you for coming through. Where can everybody find you online, social media, all that?
At Bad News the Boss, man. That's BADNEWZ DABOS, the Boss. At all platforms.
Yes, indeed. Make sure y'all tap in, tune in to this man as he continue to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Much love to everybody that tunes in and watches us as well. You know what I'm saying? And listen, y'all see what it is.
Balls over bullshit, man. We outside, man. Big Carolina shit. You feel me?
It's all but it's fair.
Yeah. Nigga. You already?